What are you doing, Cam?
I am preparing for the Goggins Hillcrest Challenge. The first run in about 15 minutes.
How are you feeling?
Not really much to say, to be honest. It's 12 runs over the next 2 days I'm doing it, so I'm feeling as good as I can be.
And what's your mindset at this point, going into it?
Just get it done. There's no other perfect time to do it. Definitely not the most, I guess, physically prepared for it, mentally. But we just gotta suck it up and do it.
How are you feeling right at this moment?
Excited, actually. I think just for the first run, that it's only 6.4k to do, so it's gonna be a nice breezy run. A little bit of sunlight left, so it's gonna be nice. And Norbert's gonna be joining, so yeah, feeling pretty good for the first one.
And how do you think you will go over the next 48 hours? What are your expectations for this challenge?
Hard to say. I think in 12 hours time I'm going to have a different answer. Definitely in 24 hours time I'll have a different answer as well. The sleep is going to be a killer.
What's your strategy, Cam?
Strategy? The strategy is, alright, for the first one, after I do this run I'm going to stay up for the second one, because after one run I'm going to feel energized and feel good, so I may as well take advantage of that rather than trying to take a nap. And then after that second one I'm going to probably have a shower, go straight to bed, get a couple hours night sleep in, and then do the whole thing again at 4, come back to bed, and then that next one, then I'll probably try and stay awake and do a bit more recovery techniques in between.
And meal prepping?
Meal prepping, that is not something that's the best prepared at the moment. I've got all my snacks, my easily consumable snacks. In terms of meal prepping, lucky I have you to help me out here with some meals. As long as I'm not overfeeling myself and having too much of complex ingredients in there, because I'm not going to have a lot of time to digest in between runs, especially when I'm sleeping as well.
Behind the scenes, Cam's putting on his shoes, getting ready. Beautiful day.
We've got a nice evening out here.
It's really nice.
Actually, the weather's looking pretty decent for the whole weekend, so it's gonna not be as sufferable, I think.
7 minutes till go time?
7 minutes till go time. That's it.
How long do you think it will take you to run?
6.4k, so I'm thinking 35, 40 minutes. I think that's a good average to try and aim for. Don't want to go too hard, because then it's going to impact recovery. Oh, man.
Here he is.
Here he is. Norbert, say hello to YouTube.
Cam's the star. He's the one doing it.
I'm trying to convince him to join me on entirely, so we'll see.
I told him if I'm there at midnight, I'll be doing it.
Yeah.
You ready to go, Norbert?
Ready to go. First out of 12, is it?
Yes, 4 miles, 6.4k. Yeah.
It's a beautiful evening. Come on.
Some downward dogs.
Bye.
Good luck.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the Goggins Hillcrest 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours challenge. So doing this as part of my April fitness challenge for doing 12 fitness challenges in 12 months. And here we are. Check out this view, not bad for a first run. So the time is, well, we just kicked off at 8 p.m. It's for the first run. So I've already been awake the entire day, coaching. So just to make it a little bit harder, you start towards the end of the day. We come back, eat, recover, and then get ready for the midnight run. All right. Will I see you at midnight?
See you at midnight. Yeah, midnight.
Midnight. All right. Good first run. Okay, guys, just want to quickly show you the snacks that I've got on my fridge so you can see what we got here. So, a bit of a mess at the moment, but some easy consumable, high protein yogurts and some of the granola here. And yeah, here's some more of those yogurts there. Avocados, definitely gonna be helpful, not just on its own, but it's part of like a meal snack thing. I've got these juices here, quite nice berries, especially important here for reducing inflammation. Let's see, what else have we got here? Eggs, yes, super important for the meals. I think I had more in here. Oh yeah, we've got some Lucasades and some coconut water. I've got a couple more bottles over here as well. Not the alcohol, obviously, but that's going to help give me that quick boost that I need. And then what we got in terms of the other snacks in the cupboard. So we got some dates over here in the corner. And then what else? So obviously bread is going to help with some of the bigger meals. The porridge, got a couple of these bars as well, again just to help with that quick source of energy. And yeah, I haven't got any gels yet, but that's kind of the gist of it all here.
This is in between run 1 and run 2.
Yes.
How far away are you from your next run?
So it's 11:15, so we got a bit over an hour to that next run. I have to say, I am feeling a little bit sleepy now. I've been up since 5, coaching for a fair bit of the day, so I've already had a lot of steps from walking. So what was expected. I did obviously have a bit of energy after that first run. I'm utilizing that to stay awake to that second run.
How was the first run?
It was just like a walk in the park. It's a really nice Friday evening just to go and just get a run in perfect conditions.
How do you feel about going into this next one? Because it is midnight here. It'll be dark, streets will be empty.
Yeah, I'll be alone. So yeah, I'm ready for bed. Yeah, but physically fine.
So what's the plan when you get back from this run?
Plan to get back, I'm going to have a quick shower and then straight to bed.
Waking up when?
3:50. I get up at 3:50, put my clothes on, go out the door.
Before the insanity hits.
Yeah.
I think I can. So why have you chosen to do this particular challenge?
Well, this particular challenge, it's quite unique because it's not so much the physical elements, which is what a lot of the fitness challenges are, but it takes a lot on your mental strength because you are not going to be recovered very well. You're going to be sleep deprived. It's all about strategy in terms of how you plan your nutrition and your sleep, and just load management in general for your runs. I'm a big fan of David Goggins, so I think this challenge, well, I would say it excites me because I don't really want to do this, but it's something that's I'm willing to give it a go once, and to be able to plan everything around achieving this run is it'd be a good challenge. So I get a lot of questions on like how do you recover if you're going to be running every 4 hours. So taking sleeps when you can, an hour or two in between runs. I'm going to be doing sauna a couple times over the weekend, stretching, a little bit of Theragun. Nutrition is obviously a big part of recovery, so that's how I'm going to be managing that throughout the entire time. In particular for the quads and the calves is going to be where I'm going to be focusing on releasing, a little bit of the glutes as well. But yeah, I don't want to get too tight or overworked muscles from the running. I make sure I'm feeling good.
All right, so we're on our first midnight run. Significantly cooler than it was a few hours ago. So got the hoodie on. alone this time. We just we grind it out. Okay, currently 4 a.m. First 4 a.m. run. Yeah, and that was a quick nap. It was good though. Like I was sleeping really well. But yeah, that went by pretty quick. A little bit just sore in general. Cold. Yeah, let's try and get this done quick. Okay, good morning guys. We are into the first day, got some daylight. And yeah, the 8 a.m. run. Not gonna lie, that first wake up was a bit rough, but I've had a double espresso and we're okay from here. But how did last night go? So I woke up at 3:50 to go for that third run. Body was a little bit wet, a bit sore. Now it's not too bad. I definitely had to stop a few times for a walk in that last run. Might do the same here, depending on how hip flexors are feeling.
Okay, getting ready for the 5th run. I've done sauna and I've just done some coaching for an hour and a half, and that should be it for the weekend, to be honest. Yeah, how am I feeling? Feeling hip flexors are fatigued, but they're not too sore. I think it's just the running is the biggest part I need to manage. Starting to feel a bit sleepy now. So what I'm going to do after this run is to go for my next nap, and then hopefully that will take me to about 6.5, 7 hours in total across the night. So I did about 2.5 hour sleeps. Hopefully this next one I'll feel a bit more energized afterwards.
Feeling good. Just had a double espresso to get me through the next 2 runs, and we're gonna have pizza tonight. So that's gonna be good fuel for those night runs. Alright, see the other side.
The halfway mark now, 6 runs done, and good timing that we doing this run anyway. Did the marathon last month, and since then training has been slacked off. So, and with the May challenge being the ultra, this is a good time to really dial into the running training. Basically 48 miles across the weekend, that's 77 Ks. That's pretty decent volume training to get in across the weekend. So yeah, I think it's no better time to do this challenge and prepare for the 100K ultra coming up. And then just made a deal between me and my girlfriend that I will be doing all the cleaning, all the chores throughout the week, and in return I don't get nagged to do one thing across the weekend. So I think that's pretty fair. She's been a big help in preparing meals and getting all my clothes ready. That's been nice.
How are you feeling? It's halfway now.
How I'm feeling? Not bad, not bad. I'm like more energetic now to be like, yes, halfway. We've got the second night runs coming up. And you might be wondering why the hell I'm in jeans. We're gonna go for pizza. Gonna get a good meal in, and that's going to carb load me for the night runs, because last night I was like really hungry. By the 2 mile mark on both the midnight and the 4 a.m. and the 8 a.m. run, I was starving, even though I tried to fit in food here and there. So like I'm burning a lot to make sure I keep replenishing.
And how's the sleep going?
Good. Well, decently, I should say. That midday nap, well, I guess 1 p.m. at that point, 2-hour nap, that felt really good. So the plan is go for pizza during this break, run the 8 p.m, then try and get another couple hours before the midnight, and then repeat.
Alright.
Here we go. second midnight run. The last run we did was really good off that pizza, that perfect fuel. Now I got a couple hours sleep, fatigue is really setting in, feeling like a bit of a shuffle in this first bit. Yeah, I really want to be in bed right now, but just get through one more night, get it done. Yeah.
Alright guys, this is it. We are moments away from starting that final run, and wow, I'm at the point now where I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a really good challenge. It's certainly been tough, no doubt about that. Those night runs are brutal. To be able to get up at midnight and then 4 a.m. and then try and do it at 8 a.m. again, it's tough, and especially when you go middle of the night, nothing else around apart from the foxes and maybe a few cars. It's not easy, and the accumulation of fatigue, your body does really well to adapt. Like for instance, I haven't really felt the same hip flexor fatigue since the 8 a.m. run on yesterday. It's just your legs get tired. I'm only starting now to get a couple blisters on my toes and my foot, but I've been lucky to only experience this recently. There's something about this challenge that has, I guess, proven to myself that I do have the discipline, I do have the drive, the ambition to basically accomplish anything I want. To be able to get up every 4 hours for another run and do it 12 times, it takes this whole another level of mental strength, which is different from, say, just doing a marathon where, okay, you're ready for a particular time and you're setting off for whatever, the 4 hours, whatever you do the marathon in. So this has been a different challenge for sure, and looking forward to finishing off this last run. By the way guys, just before I finish off this last run, if you haven't already, you may want to check out the Midweek Motivation newsletter. This is where I can share more motivational stories or advice that you guys might want in terms of fitness, mental strength, discipline, and you also find some free workouts on there, and also easier access to the podcast that I'm doing at the moment. So go ahead and click that link in the description if you want to join the Midweek Motivation newsletter.
Last run, halfway through, back to where it all first started. Lots of small steps taken through. Every single run started with taking just that one step to get on going. That's why if you check on the website 0 to 1 and use the code CAM10, you can get 10% off your first purchase and join a community, people taking their first step. Just gonna take a moment here to appreciate what we've done over the last 48 hours. What a journey it's been.